I'll say this as a pulmonologist that's been caring for these patients at the bedside since the very beginning, that we're learning as we're going about therapeutics and now in this case vaccines. And I know the world is not used to this, but we're revising guidelines in real time. So there will be narrowing of criteria on who receives potentially one vaccine over the other, and we have to accept that. And we have to accept that there is some degree of uncertainty here, and it's tough because the public right now is craving certainty. It's craving confidence in communication, scientific communication. And so this is a delicate area that we have to all balance here. And there's nuance, of course, and who might be at risk for this exceptionally rare side effect. Let me emphasize here that these side effects here we're observing them in perhaps 1 in 1 million individuals that have received the Johnson Johnson vaccine. The background rate for this type of side effect is 4 in 1 million. So we need to keep that in mind.
To what extent do you feel, therefore, Dr. Gupta, that this is going to undermine confidence in all vaccines, that we might see more and more people just denying or refusing to take the vaccines, whether or not it's a Pfizer, an AstraZeneca, a Moderna, or, a Johnson Johnson, especially as the AstraZeneca vaccine has also been shown to have a clot risk?
Well, I hope not, but that is the spillover effect is a real concern here, and that's why we have to be very clear to the global public here about what is the purpose of vaccination. Mandy, what is the purpose of it? It's to keep you out of the hospital. It's to keep you away from folks like myself, intensive care unit physicians. In all these vaccines, whether it's AstraZeneca, Johnson Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, you name it, Sputnik, they are to the tune of 100% keep you out of the hospital. So we need to pivot our messaging more clearly on that fact that when you get a vaccine to keep you out of the hospital, all the vaccines, both stateside and in select places across the world, do that extremely well. How we manage these side effects and as we learn more and more about them, yes, that's potentially going to narrow who gets what vaccine. You saw in the EU, AstraZeneca now is advised against for those 30 and younger. I could envision a scenario where you see something similar with Johnson Johnson here stateside. We don't know yet, but that's a possibility. And clarity here is going to be clear guidelines, and talking about the purpose of vaccination is going to be extremely vital as we move ahead to address issues of hesitancy.